Well, good morning folks, it's Thursday, you know what that means. Welcome along to episode number 3 of our F123 My Team Career Mode with Team Chaseliner, and it is time for the first visit to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix on this game. Notoriously a track which is really difficult for the My Team cars. It certainly was with the F122 My Team cars, but let's see with the F123 ones. There is how our facility looks. Level 1 on the chassis, but everything else is starting to catch up very slowly. There's how our car looks. Second worst car on the grid, in front of the AlphaTauris, but that's good. But we look at all these upgrades that we got coming in. Look at them all. Just look at them all. Look at them all and be impressed. Okay, that's a lot of upgrades that are going to come in for Australia. Trust me on that one. A lot of upgrades. How are you doing, Tatiana? How you doing over there, girl? 59 rated, the worst driver on the game. Anyway. Championship, and Carlos Sainz leads the way following his win in Bahrain. Then comes Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez, Max Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Jackie in P7 with an excellent finish. Then George Russell, Pierre Gasly and Hollywood Lance Stroll, your top 10. Who missed me saying Hollywood Lance Stroll? Right, personnel department. As we always say with these things, fuck you on. Right then, Calderon has been really hitting their stride in the simulator recently. While they're in the zone, where should we focus their development? So, if we go pace, they get +7 on pace. If we go awareness, +7 on awareness. So that's easy. Give her +7 on her pace, because I have a feeling we're going to need that in Saudi Arabia. Right, let's go with some G-Force training. All of those come in very nicely for her. Driver promotion filming, good. There's our weekly income. Chassis department's done, and we have a... Oh, we got to do these Pirelli hot laps again. Ugh. Well, I'm doing them for one season. If I don't like them, then go kiss my ass, alright? But we'll go take practice and qualifying after this hot lap, and we'll see you on the grid for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Good morning, good afternoon, or for us, good evening, as we're under the night lights of Jeddah. The floodlights are on, and so is the pressure here at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Russell, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Joe, Gasly, Ocon, Stroll, Bottas, Tsunoda, Albon, Hulkenberg, Sargent, Oscar Piastri, the governors, Calderon, Magnussen, Calderon. Now it's time to head down to the track. And joining me once again in the commentary box today is, of course, former World Endurance Champion Anthony Davidson. Now, can I get your take on Max Verstappen?
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? A couple of favourites for the win then, but who comes out on top doesn't really matter as long as they give us an entertaining show en route to the checkered flag. And we want to see fair fighting, of course, out there on the track. Let's hope the stewards don't have to get involved too much today.
Alright, I thought that was a bug after the first race, but it turns out it's gonna be a little more funnier hearing that more and more, I think. Crofty's gone mental. Hopefully that EA will and Cody's will sort that out. That is a bit of a... Yeah, okay. We'll think about that one. But yeah, one stop, it actually handles a lot better around Saudi Arabia than I actually thought it would. It really, really does handle a lot better. These car, when this car gets fully upgraded, this car is going to be mental around Saudi Arabia. Let me assure you of that one. But yeah, 19th and 20th, that's about where I thought we would be. But hopefully going forward, we can get another lightning start like she did in Bahrain. Well, I think it's fair to say qualifying brought us back down to earth and back down to reality. Yeah. We didn't know what to make of that qualifying, but it's all fine. It's all well and good. I would say, you know, we can still do good things from P20. Good things can still be done. Let me just make a couple of alterations while I do that, because I want to take out the hard drive, because between recording the last one and this one, that Bahrain rendered, it's now gone onto the computer. It is saving as we speak. So Tuesday's video, because this is Thursday's race, is being saved as we speak. See, now that I've got one race over there, I'm happy, because now I can start getting other races out the way. This external won't come out of its bloody hole. There we go. When I say get out of the hole, I say get out of the hole. Now, they have made some changes to the Jeddah Corniche track since we last came here in F122. You can see here on the back straight here, leading down to the fast chicane, they brought in some of the curbs. So they've tried to make it a little bit slower, but it is still the fastest street circuit in the world. They've also, Jackie just warming up the tyres very aggressively there, backed away the wall at the last corner here, coming up, following what Max did. You can see there it's backed up quite a bit. A lot of the curbs are also flat as well, so you can go around. Whoa! She almost got into the back of Piastri there. Yeah, she's not hanging around. She wants to get on the grid, and she wants to get it underway. Pull it into a stall there. Get the Williams out of the stall. There you go. That is incredible parking. That is what we're talking about. Incredible parking. Let's do that. But here we go then to the 5 red lights at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix at the Jeddah Corniche Circuit. Where lights out, away we go. It's a great start again from Jack. She has nailed these starts absolutely fantastically. She's already up 4 wide with an Alpine, an Aston Martin and an Alfa Romeo, and she is in P14? P14 from P19. She is just absolutely incredible with these starts. It seems to be the time away that she's used. She has used it wisely, and she has used it perfectly as well, because that was the one thing that we knew her for, and it was her lightning starts. Yeah, that S section, before you come down to the hairpin, as the AlphaTauri Yuki Tsunoda looks to the outside through the hairpin. Whoa! Around the outside, Yuki Tsunoda, take a bow, son! No, literally take a bow. It's not just because you're Japanese. Please do take a bow. Because that was one of those big boy moves that you often see sometimes, but now she's down to P15, but you got the 2 Williamses behind, the new boy Logan Sargent and Alex Albon, then the 2 Haas cars of Nico Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen. Tatiana slipped down to last, expected, but she's holding on to Nick de Vries, which you do like to see. I got a feeling this is going to be our race here. This is going to be our race. Love the circuit, how it comes out nicely, as we got one of the Haas cars going. That's is that Nico Hulkenberg challenging Alex Albon back there for P17. But I think we can safely say damage averted for the moment. For the moment. We're just going to get up to the back of Yuki Tsunoda, as we still got Hulkenberg and Albon fighting each other, the Haas Ferrari and the Williams Mercedes. But that'll all come to nothing as we go to the back end of lap number 2. And Esteban Ocon just breezed past Bottas. Well, he's trying to breeze past Bottas like he's not there, but Bottas going to get the elbows out. Very experienced is the Finn. And he's going to keep hold of P11 for the moment. On to lap number 3 we go. And Tatiana Tatiana making a move. Hello. Round the inside of turn 2, on Nick de Vries, the new boy in the AlphaTauri. Ooh, not quite. Good effort, though. Good effort. We can applaud that effort. Speaking of applaud, hello. Somebody's... oh, Alex Albon. That Williams has got some overs. Wow. I did not expect that. That Williams just breezed past Jackie like it wasn't there as the two Haas cars are fighting each other. Magnussen passing Hulkenberg for P18, I think that is. But down the main straight, there goes Jackie passing Alex Albon. And look at Logan Sargent following Jackie. Did not expect the American new boy to be following there. But Alex will put that man firmly back in his place. Meanwhile, on to lap number 4 and the two Alpines. There's too many cars that begin with A. That's my excuse, and I'm going to stick to it. There's too many cars beginning with A. There's AlphaTauris, there's Alpines, there's Alfa Romeos. They all sound the same. But one Alpine passes Yuki Tsunoda. Will Gasly get past Yuki Tsunoda? You know he is, because he's got the inside line through turn 27. And put that man up to P13, I think it was. As oh, we got a slow Williams. That's Alex Albon. Oh, there's a Mercedes. That's a Mercedes powertrain. Wait a minute, aren't we a Mercedes powertrain? Oops. That's where the error 404 circle comes in. Dump. So we go to the back end of lap number... oh, that was a squeeze and a half, free wide between Sainz, Verstappen and Perez. That was a squeeze. Do you see what that Red Bull did? That was Perez squeezing Verstappen to the wall. Verstappen would be getting on the radio and crying like the little baby that he is. Because he's Max Verstappen and that's what he does. But on to lap number 5. We're about to go, and it's almost a repeat from last week. You got Aston Martin passing Mercedes, but this time it's Alonso passing Hollywood, big time. Oh, I don't know what we're going to call him, George Russell. I know his name, and I'm sticking to that name. Meanwhile, look at this mess. Look at this mess. Kevin Magnussen leading Logan Sargent. Nico Hulkenberg, Logan Sargent though looking to the outside of Kevin Magnussen. That's not going to work there for you there, Logan. You would have thought you'd learned that by now. But in the meantime, while they're fighting, Jackie's off down the road and into the distance, coming to the back end of lap number 5. It looks like the other Ferrari's going to put the other Red Bull in the mud. Leclerc is going to get past Perez here as Sainz fought him a move on Verstappen and move Leclerc into the final podium spot as he shows Perez the wall. But Sergio is sticking there. He's sticking to it. Almost off the track is Charles Leclerc as Carlos Sainz is about to go into the race lead. And he does. Great move there from the Spaniard. As we look at somewhere around there, George Russell has got past Fernando Alonso. How has that managed to happen? The Saudi Arabian director not picking that one up as Alonso moves back into P5. But I think that's going to make him susceptible going down the main straight here. Because George is going to get his slipstream, pop that DRS open right about now, and just breeze around the outside of the Aston Martin like a big black blur. What's going on further down the field? I thought I saw Hamilton fighting with someone. That's Guan Yu Zhou he's fighting for P8. And we're going to move a little later into that lap, down to turn 13. Hamilton looking around the outside of Guan Yu Zhou. Tsunoda did this to Jackie earlier, and Hamilton's going to do the same to Guan Yu Zhou. What a manoeuvre from the 7-time champion of the world. Meanwhile, it looks like the Red Bulls are about to start scrapping again. Oh, Verstappen puts Perez in the wall. Oh, it's getting frosty over at Milton Keynes between the two Red Bulls. And with rumours going around that Perez might be fired at the end of the season. I wonder why. Is it because he's giving Verstappen a good run for his money? Speaking of good run for his money, it looks like Alonso and Russell's escorted Alonso to the outside of the corner. But Fernando Alonso, a very wise head on that shoulder. He's just breezed past George Russell like George Russell was standing still. Oh my God, the other Aston Martin almost in the wall. Hollywood Lance Stroll doing Hollywood Lance Stroll things. As Guan Yu Zhou goes down the inside of Lewis Hamilton for P8. He's going to get that moved done, but I think Hamilton's going to come back. We might end up 3 wide here between the Alfa Romeo, the Mercedes and the Aston Martin. Here comes Hollywoodland Stroll. No, he's going to follow Lewis Hamilton. Well, try to anyway, but I don't think Hamilton's going to get that move because we've seen around the outside of turn 2. Very, very, very good for traction, and Zhou is going to keep that position for the moment. As we look at the fight here for P15, Kevin Magnussen has caught up to Jackie and breezes down the inside. That was easy as you like, but something tells me that might have been a little bit tactical, as we got Sargent and Piastri, the 2 new boys, fighting each other. Yeah, DRS popped wide open. Where's she going to go? Down the inside of turn 1. That was a little bit tactical there from our girl. And look at that around the outside. Hulkenberg has just pulled down Magnussen's pants. Gunter Steiner is going to be furious as we look at Piastri and Sargent, see what was going on there. Tatiana in close attendance, as well as we got Nick de Vries also there. These 4 seem like they're going to be in a little fight of their own this season. You got all the new boys and girl there. Oh, Tatiana following. Go on, Tatiana, follow Oscar Piastri through. Unfortunately, though, you're on the wrong side. She's also got a new race number, I noticed as well. Because F120, she had number 24, but that's Guan Yu Zhou's number now. Look at the overspeed from Charles Leclerc. He's just breezed down the inside of Verstappen. Or outside of Verstappen, I should say, and round the outside of him through turn 13. What a move. That move seems to be on for the AI there. It doesn't seem to be on for the player as much, as we go back to Lewis Hamilton going around the outside of turns 25 and 26 on Guan Yu Zhou. Down, that is easy as you like, down to turn 27, but something tells me on the next lap he might end up paying for that, as we look at Yuki Tsunoda, who's lost contact with Esteban Ocon, and now he's got Pierre Gasly, the man Gasly, coming around his outside. But unfortunately, Yuki's just going to show him the wall and show him no respect as well. Speaking of no respect, Hulkenberg may have plenty of racecraft, but there's a girl here. Oh, wow! Wow, around the outside. That was a good move. Even I've got to put my hands up that, but that's because I think someone's coming in the lane here at Jeddah, and it's going to be for 4 freshies. Let's see if she can make another undercut work for her. Might be a little harder. It depends what she switches on to, because she started on softs, and it's going to be the yellow wall medium tyres that go on the check. We haven't got the sponsors on the car. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Xenon Dynamics, who decided they didn't want to be on the car for this race, and that's absolutely their right. Meanwhile, battle for 5th place resumes. Fernando Alonso round. Oh, he's pushing him! He's pushing that guy down to turn 27. George is like a big fat roadblock in the middle of the road as we go to Hamilton, Zhou and Stroll. Oh, Zhou's going to turn the inside. I tell you what, I have been so impressed with Guan Yu Zhou this season. So impressed, not just on F123, but in real life as well, because he's really matured as a driver. And with Bottas as his teammate, he can only look. That was a screen freeze. Could have a word with our editor about that one. As who we got now? These are the guys that Jackie was fighting. So we got Magnussen and Piastri into the lane. Magnussen and Piastri into the lane. As I get a message about a special coin dedicated for King Charles's birthday. No, thank you. There goes Magnussen. Oh, he's come out just in front of Oscar Piastri. I think that was Jackie disappearing in a pink and black flash. And a very quick pink and black flash as well. Meanwhile, in a repeat from last Tuesday, on Tuesday's race, Verstappen around the... Wow! The overspeed in that. I'll tell you what, go on, Tatiana, put him in the mud. I want to see Tatiana put him in the mud. No, she's going to the lane. I wanted to see Tatiana put Verstappen in the mud. That would have been so hilarious, but she's coming in with Logan Sargent and Nick de Vries. Now let's see where these cars come out. I must say, in the night, that green stripe, those green stripes on the black and pit. Oh, hello, that was a Hulkenberg. Oh, they held her. She had a problem in the pit stop, I think. Ah! Okay, that's fine. Head down. Head down, we'll get back to it. Meanwhile, on to lap number 10. All the pit stops have gone on, and Lewis Hamilton and Hollywoodland Stroll have... Is Zhou not pitted yet? Zhou is not pitted yet. He's going to lose out massively as Stroll goes around the outside of Lewis Hamilton. That's him up into P10. Meanwhile, here comes Yuki Tsunoda chasing down the man Gasly. And he's going around the outside of turns 25 and 26. Is he going to hold it? No, he's not. I think Gasly's going to show him the boot through 27. Show him the boot, show him the wall. Oh, no, he's holding on, his Yuki. And I think Yuki's just going to breeze past that Alpine like it was no one's business. Indeed, there he goes. Yuki Tsunoda up to P13. There may be a P... Oh, hello. Let's see. I see. Oh, Yuki locked it up a little bit. Just a little bit. But Ocon has got the jump on the pair of them. Did not expect that as we look at Hulkenberg and Piastri. Now, these are the two who's going to start chasing Jackie down. Because that's Jackie right in front of them. And Piastri and Hulkenberg... So much race experience there on Hulkenberg's shoulders. Zera, we need a nickname for Piastri. Okay, he's your boy. The Aussie Oscar Piastri. What are we going to... I liked Philo. Philo Piastri. Who else liked that? But here's a nickname you can give, because we've got George Russell going around the outside of Max Verstappen through turn 13. That is, I tell you what, Verstappen likes a move like that, but George just did it to him back and pulled his pants down. But I think Verstappen's going to show his disdain for that one, because he's going to dive it up the inside of turns 25 and 26 into turn 27. And thank you very much, says that man. Give me my P4 back. Give me... Wow, the screen freezes are going on in this race are incredible. They're incredible. I don't know what's happening there, but going to have a word with somebody about that. See if it's not them, and see if it's just a thing that the game was happening as Lewis Hamilton moves into P6 past cheeky Lando Norris. But here comes what we were dreading from the start. We're going to have 8 laps to hold these guys back. I don't think somehow it's going to happen. Jackie's going to show Oscar Piastri the wall as they go into turn 27. Now let's see what happens going... Oh, lovely corner, girl. Lovely. Hey, I tell you what, we've got a fight going on between Hulkenberg and... No, sorry, Magnussen and Logan Sargent in the Haas and the Williams. Jackie... Oh, I tell you what, Piastri, that was naughty. I saw them double moves coming. Oh, he's almost give her a kiss on the rear end. Not that that's a bad thing, is it? On to lap number 12. And it looks like George Russell wants that position back from Verstappen. But the two-time Dutch world champion is not going to let that go untested. Tell you what, what's around the outside of turn 4? Wow! Around the outside of turn 4 works of the AI as well. As Alonso's really lost out in the pit stops, because he was up there fighting with George Russell, and now he's down here with Stroll and Hamilton. But the two Astons, the much improved Astons, we should say, side by side. And Alonso moves ahead of Hollywoodland Stroll as we go to Jackie, defended again from Oscar Piastri and Nico Hulkenberg. Again, there's so much experience between the Hulk and the other two, but Jackie, again, look at her racecraft. Her racecraft is so good. It's unbelievable. She backs off, lets them take the activation zone first. And, oh, she didn't get it! Uh-oh. How about free wide down it? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, give him the... Yeah, get on the curb. There you go. Oh, she tell me a more aggressive defender in F1 than Jackie. And you can't say Max Verstappen, because he doesn't defend against anything. As Hamilton goes round the outside of Lando Norris and takes P6 from that man. Meanwhile, now someone else has joined the party, because you can see that these have been fighting so much that Sargent has joined the party, so is De Vries, so is yes, Sargent and De Vries have joined the party. Magnussen has dropped back into the clutches of Tatiana Calderon. See if Tatiana gets the elbows out, gets some moves done. Meanwhile, I think we got Hulkenberg off the track. Jackie didn't get DRS again. We're free wide almost down into turn 1. And, oh, wow, Jackie's let Hulkenberg go. Oh, that's a position loss. That's not good. Oh, she thinks she's rallying with a power slide out that much. I don't know quite what to say on that one, as we got Logan Sargent now passing Jackie on lap 14. But hopefully Jackie's, she got the DRS, and she's going to power past that Williams Mercedes down into turn 1. Big braking zone, I think. Did Tatiana pass someone there? I think she did. Folks. Look at this. She's passed Piastri. She's passed De Vries. Well, colour me shocked. Tatiana, and she locks up into turn 1. But, side by side, Piastri and De Vries. That's going to be a good fight. Oh, I'll tell you what, De Vries is going to have her around the outside of turn 4. That's going to be a move that works right there. Anyway, up onto lap 15, Verstappen. He's really struggled. He's lost George Russell. He's now got Hamilton, Norris, Alonso for company, and they've dropped Stroll. So something is definitely not right with the AI. There's something a little bit off that I can't put my finger on for the moment. Is it some AI are not reacting to tyre wear? Is it some AI are not reacting to something else? I don't know, but I do know is Hamilton and Alonso getting together is only going to make Max Verstappen disappear up the road. But unfortunately, they get their act together. And now Hamilton's going to come back past. You watch, Hamilton's going to come past. I'm going to open my drink up right now while that happens. It didn't happen. Oh, well. Okay, what was that? Well, first of all, that was Max Verstappen proving that Max Verstappen is human. Max Verstappen, human. Everyone pressed X for doubt on that one. And I do mean they pressed X for doubt. But Hamilton's defending very nicely from Alonso. And move that man, keep that man in P6 for the moment. Now, the two Alphas have got together. Zhou defending from Valtteri Bottas. Oh, but Bottas just put his teammate in the mud. That's what I like to see. I like it when teammates put each other in the mud. Meanwhile, on to lap number 17. And where's this coming out of? Where's that? Oh, that's down into turn 13. Hamilton muds Verstappen. He doesn't just mud him, he mugs him off as well. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. And speaking of you love to see it, I think Verstappen is not going to take that very kindly. He wants back down the inside. We've seen that move before. Oh, hello. Alonso wants to come through. I think Stroll has now caught up and joined the party as well. We could end up 3 wide down into the first corner here if people have their way. Hamilton and Alonso have DR. They're going to be 3 wide. They're going to be 3. Oh, I thought they were going to be 3 wide, but not quite. Oh, Hamilton with a big late dive. Hamilton rolling back the years with a big late dive on Verstappen. Get that one in the... He licked the stamp and sent that one as Stroll goes around the outside of Norris. And the two Astons were fighting each other back there as well. Meanwhile, well, hello, it's Tatiana on Jackie. Things are... Oh, wow. Hey. Oh, wow. Tatiana has just put a move on Jackie. Anyone would think this is F120 all over again. This is good. This is the Tatiana I want to see. This right here is the Oh, we're getting a great shot of Nick De Vries here. As wow, Jackie I think backed out of that one because she knew discretion was the better part of valour. And speaking of discretion being the better part of valour, here comes Fernando Alonso to the outside of Max Verstappen. Verstappen is going backwards and backwards very quickly, which is good because we like it when Max Verstappen struggles. And Alonso up into P6, Verstappen down to P7. But meanwhile, up at the front of the field, the Street Fighter wins another street race. Sergio Perez will win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix ahead of the 2 Ferraris by a country mile. Sainz bringing it home in front of Charles Leclerc. Good result there for the Maranello, but meanwhile, Meanwhile, yeah, we got Nick De Vries for company. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Oh, she is gonna mud Nick De Vries. She's got to. Wow, Nick De Vries has just mudded her on board with Jackie down. I think De Vries is gonna beat her. I think De Vries is gonna beat her, you know. And I think Magnussen, sorry, is good. Well, she just lost some front wing. She just lost some front wing there, but we're gonna have that because there was no more corners there. But P18, I think, represents a harsh dose of reality there.
Right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
We just didn't have the straight line speed. We just didn't have the car, really. Lewis Hamilton, your driver of the day. Personally, I would have given it to Tatiana Calderon, if you don't mind.
And that brings the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix to a close as we reflect on the team's impressive performance today. And talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves. The gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. So let's review the driver's standings. Now, let's discuss Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
And I think you're going to see my argument for that very quickly. Because, yes, Sergio Perez wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton, driver of the day, making up 1 position. Stroll made up 4. Why isn't he driver of the day? Yeah, why isn't he driver of the day? In fact, look at Tatiana here. Tatiana made up 4 positions as well. Why isn't she driver of the day? Nick De Vries made up 5. That would have been my vote. But yeah, 1 retirement. Alex Albon in the Williams. But it's good. It's good. Let's go wrap up. Well, I've got to say that was lovely to see Tatiana getting the elbows out there. That is the Tatiana Calderon I remember from F1 2020. And I hope those who are new to my team series will see that that is the Tatiana that you're going to expect as well. We're going to take this girl to glory. And we're going to do it, and we're going to shove Team Chaseliner down. Just seeing that car with that green stripe going through it. Oh, it looks so good. It does look good. Right, we need to get some stuff done. There's nothing here for Tatiana, which I'm a bit surprised about, but we will take the sponsorship because, you know, money. We'll take the aero upgrade as well because money, and I think we'll take the power team building as well. Still second worst team. Absolutely fine with me. Absolutely fine with me, that one there. We've got level 1 on the personnel now. It might be time for this marketing upgrade. I think it might be time, you know, folks. But it also may be time for durability to get some of that up a bit. Because I've got a feeling You know when you have that awful pit feeling in the pit of your stomach? That's what I have with the durability of this Season 1 car at the moment. Like a really deep down, deep-seated feeling. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not already done so. Any moment now, playlists will appear on your screen. Go and check out some more Rockstar Pool 69 content. But in the meantime, stay safe, be kind to each other. You can't be kind, quiet, no place for world. You can't be kind to different people. We'll see you tomorrow for F1 Manager 22. I believe it's the United States Grand Prix tomorrow. And we will see you next Tuesday for the Australian Grand Prix, where hopefully we might get a bit of a shock result. Maybe.